Dublin Airport is suffering delays this morning, largely because the airlines are still operating on manual check-in, a lot of paperwork. Some of them are operating on, Aer Lingus will be operating, for example, on an alternative app, which does take a little time and a little bit of getting used to get up and running. The systems have not been restored that were attacked on Friday night. They are operated by a large American corporation, Collins Aerospace, the Muse system, MUSE, and it does handle a lot of check-in, a lot of baggage. So they're the areas we're seeing problems with this morning. Not many flight cancellations, just one in Dublin, but Brussels still suffering. They have 70 cancellations today. We know the extent of the damage. We have a clearer idea of the extent of the damage, less about the cause. The damage is quite substantial. A lot of systems, codes have to be rebuilt from scratch. They cannot be used because they have been corrupted. People are looking at events which might not at first seem related, like the air traffic control outage in Dallas-Fort Worth Airport that happened on Friday. It will take a little bit of investigation to work out how such a substantial attack on Collins Aerospace Systems managed to take place. But also there are learnings out of it. Just 3 airports were seriously affected: Brussels, Berlin and Heathrow, and about a group of about 12 airports suffered collateral damage, including Dublin. About 70 airlines rely on the system in Dublin Airport, and we did quite well to get through Saturday and Sunday with just 13 cancellations on both days. I think the airlines that depended heavily on the Collins Aerospace Muse software are the most affected, obviously. About 70 of them use the system. It also depends on the contingency plans that are in place. Some airlines work very, very hard on contingency plans. One of them, Irish Airlines, would take out one of their flights every week and do it completely manually, just so they're ready for a systems failure. We had a big test of how that contingency plan would work over the weekend, and some parts of it worked better than others. In a roundabout way, the 2 major events were connected. Things were under pressure in Heathrow, especially in Heathrow. Things were also under pressure in Dublin Airport with manual check-in. So one of the transfer passengers from Heathrow to New York, we have quite a few of those, went through the security in Dublin Airport, as you have to, and left a bag behind. The call then is made not by the airport but by the Garda Síochána. Do you evacuate the terminal? That was done. 12,000 people evacuated. Quite quick getting it all back up and running in about 90 minutes, but it did affect a wave of outbound American flights to places like Indianapolis, Minneapolis, Chicago, Philadelphia. And of course that caused a knock-on effect because the return flight couldn't take place on Sunday. We're over the hump with that, but we're not really over the hump in all the other parts, which includes dealing with a lot of paperwork, the check-in process, and a lot of the action has also shifted to the baggage hall. On the bag tag, the barcode on your bag, it's really important that that can be read digitally to process bags efficiently, because the manual systems are no longer in place and the personnel are no longer in place to do it. So we have a lot of people arriving without bags and a lot of piled up bags across the baggage halls of Europe with nobody to collect them.